Hey, it's Mark Andrews with the last 30 questions of the summer the study guide. The reason there's so many questions on this one is because the last 25 questions are all mechanics questions and the answers are fairly short. Here we go. Okay, question 71. It's the exact same situation, but for one thing. Quarterback A7 takes a snap and fades straight back to attempt a pass 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage while still inside the lateral boundaries of the free blocking zone. He throws a forward pass into an area where there's no eligible receiver. The pass lands inbounds 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Well, he has to be outside of the free blocking zone in order to make this legal. So he's not outside the free blocking zone, and so it's illegal. And again, I apologize. I don't have the new rule book. It would be a lot easier to read this thing if I did. But I'm doing this in June. The rule books just haven't been published or haven't been released yet. All right, moving on. Okay, same situation. Quarterback A7 takes a snap, fades back 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He evades a tackler and runs towards the left sideline. When he is outside the lateral boundaries of the free blocking zone, he throws a forward pass into an area which there is no eligible receiver. The pass lands inbounds in the neutral zone. So, let's see. The forward pass reaches the neutral zone or beyond. Boy, good luck with this one, guys, if you ever have it happen. So this is legal. Okay, same play, different situation a little bit. I'm glad we're going over this because this new rule is important. Quarterback A7 takes the snap and fades straight back. You know the whole deal. 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, A7 evades a tackler and runs towards the left sideline. When he is outside the lateral boundaries of the free blocking zone, he throws a forward pass into an area which there is no eligible receiver. The pass lands out of bounds 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. So B on here says the forward pass reaches the neutral zone or beyond, including the area outside the field of play. So this is okay as long as it got past the line of scrimmage or past the neutral zone rather. We're okay. So this is legal. Okay, same situation as far as the quarterback and 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He's evading a tackler. Now he started on the right hash mark. He evades the tackler and runs toward the left sideline. Still scrambling at the left hash mark, he runs back to the right hash mark where he throws a forward pass into an area in which there is no eligible receiver. The pass lands inbounds 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. So he's back in that expanded neutral zone area when he throws the ball, right? But the rule says the player is or has been beyond the lateral boundaries of the free blocking zone as established at the snap when the pass is released. So the fact that he went out of the expanded neutral zone and then came back in, it still makes this pass legal. Answer is A. Okay, here's another one. A little wrinkle on this one. The ball is spotted on the right hash mark. So they're establishing the free blocking zone 4 yards either side of the right hash mark. Quarterback A7 takes the snap and turns and pitches the ball backward to running back A14. So it's a backward pass. A14 attempts to sweep around the left end when he is trapped in the backfield in the lateral middle of the field and about to be tackled. A14 throws a forward pass into an area in which there is no eligible receiver. The pass lands inbounds 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. So this rule does not simply apply to the quarterback. It never mentions quarterback. It says passer. So the first pass by the quarterback was a backward pass, so we still can have one legal forward pass, right? And that is committed by the running back. So this play is legal. Answer is A, legal. Oh boy. Question 76. In four-person mechanics, on a scrimmage kick, the line judge is positioned 3 to 5 yards behind the deepest receiver and wide enough to observe the receiver's hands. Section 28, scrimmage kick, page 68. I don't have an electronic version of this mechanics manual, so I'll just tell you that this is true. Okay. Hopefully we don't have to do any four-person mechanics. Question 77. In four-person mechanics, when the ball is snapped inside the 5-yard line, the wings, we call them flanks, the flanks must move immediately to the goal line and about 2 yards outside the pylon and then read a tackle for run or pass. And again, this is in the mechanics manual, which I don't have an electronic copy of, but this is true in 3, 4, 5, 7-man mechanics. If you're inside the 5, you're going to the goal. You're going to go to the goal line, and you're going to be back away from that pylon. So you don't have to, move if the runner comes towards you and running towards the pylon. So this is true. Question 78 is another mechanics question. When the flanks read pass, they are 2. Again, I don't have a copy of the mechanics manual electronic. But the answer is move downfield 7 to 10 yards, approximately halfway between that zone and the deepest receiver. Flanks also have to be ready to come back towards the neutral zone if the play requires it. You just have to read the play. But this is the standard mechanic. So the answer is B. Question 79, another mechanics question. As the 40 or 25 second clock count is winding down, I should say clock, I think, the back judge should, and he should raise his hand with 5 seconds left and then motion, much like the counting motion in a basketball game with 5-second count. We're asking the back judges to elevate rather than go parallel, just so it's a little more visible. But the parallel motion is in the mechanics book, so the answer is C. Question 80. Flank officials. If the motion man starts on your side of the snapper, you will have primary responsibility for the player until the snap. The opposite flank should assist you if an obvious foul occurs. And that is true. If you have a motion man starting on your side of the field, you stay with him as he goes across the field. What you're looking for generally is either an illegal motion where he moves towards the line of scrimmage, maybe like on a diagonal, or he cuts up too quick. He cuts up before the ball is snapped. So and of course the opposite flank, if he sees a foul, call it. There's a possibility of a blindside block or a crackback block, whatever you want to call it, in this situation. So he's in probably a better position to make that call. So the answer here is true. A. Question 81. When the offense is in a trips formation, the back judge's keys are. So trips, for the new guys, means there's 3 receivers on one side of the ball. And the back judge has the two inside receivers, and the flank has the outside receiver. Now that can change based on what those receivers do. Okay, I'm not going to get into that, but by the mechanics book, it is the initial keys for the back judge are the two inside receivers. Question 82. During a timeout, each flank official moves to a position halfway between the ball and his respective sideline and observes his team on the sideline. That's exactly what we want you to do. Halfway. Try to, keep an ear open. You might hear a clue about what the next play is going to be. It might help you officiate that next play better. But this is definitely a true statement. Well, it turns out I do have an electronic copy of the mechanics manual. I'm not going to go back and redo the previous questions. The answers I gave you were correct. But here is the mechanics manual. Question 83. In 5-person mechanics on a kickoff, the referee's position on R's goal line, on the head linesman's sideline, just outside the hash marks. And if we go over here, starting position is on the head lineman's side of the field, on the bottom of the numbers on Team R's goal line. So they're saying hash marks, and okay, so they're saying hash marks in the question, and it's really the bottom of the numbers. So that's further in. That's the 9-yard mark. So all this is true except for the hash marks. So the answer is false. Question 84. In 5-person mechanics, the back judge will conduct the pregame conference in the absence of the referee. Right there in the first thing, in the absence of the referee, you're responsible to ensure the pregame conference is conducted, and that's on the back judge. So this is true. Question 85. When an official inadvertently blows his whistle, causing the ball to become dead, the covering official must drop his beanbag at the spot of the ball when the whistle is blown. And here we cover inadvertent whistles. We don't ever have inadvertent whistles, right, guys? When an official inadvertently blows his whistle, causing the ball to become dead, the covering official must drop his beanbag at the spot where the whistle was blown. Okay, so that's exactly what this question said. So 85 is true. Question 86. In 5-person mechanics, on a field goal attempt from any distance, the flank official who is facing the referee has responsibility for the entire line of scrimmage, and the other flank official is with the back judge to rule on the success of the kick. So if we look at the flank official on the back side of the referee, that's the one he's not facing, responsible for your upright goalpost. If a run develops out to your vacated side, quickly move along the back line to the back pylon to rule on the sideline. Next move is toward the goal line to assist. So, this isn't written in stone, guys. There are crews that use the umpire as the person underneath in certain situations. So I don't want you to go away thinking this is, absolutely gospel. But this is the mechanic that is in the manual, so it's true. Question 87. Regardless of the number of officials for varsity contests, officials should arrive at least blank minutes before scheduled game time. Is it 30, 60, or 90? Well, according to Section 3, all members of the officiating crew shall arrive no later than 1.5 hours prior to the scheduled kickoff. So, obviously, it's 90 minutes. You new newer guys, don't screw this up. Don't be late to your game, to your pregame. It's really important that the entire crew is there together. And if you want to meet 2 hours beforehand, that's fine too. But 90 minutes is the minimum. All right. So the answer is C, 90 minutes. Question 88. Cross-field mechanics refers to a mechanic in which a wing official looks across the field to the opposite wing official for forward progress or mirrors the opposite wing official's progress. The references to page 36, which doesn't use the word cross-field mechanics, but this is definitely what cross-field mechanics is. And flank officials, if there's one thing I want to see this season is better cross-field mechanics. And we want to use them particularly when we have a ball that is caught in the air, because oftentimes the cross-field official has a better look at where that forward progress spot was rather than where he landed. And also plays that go out of bounds on the other side of the field. A lot of times the cross-field official will have a better, will know better. So what we've got to do is start looking at each other. This is the thing we're not doing. And I hate to get on the soapbox here, but I'm a flank official, and I want to see this more. Okay, let's start using our partners to our advantage. So the answer here is true. Question 89. In 5-person mechanics, the back judge will start on the end line if the snap is on or inside the 12-yard line and assumes complete coverage of the end line. Coverage. I think that last one's a little redundant. Okay, so that's on page 39, and so where's my cursor? Okay, start on the end line of the snap if the snap is on or inside the 12-yard line. Again, this is not written in stone. I know a lot of crews where the back judge gives up the goal line at the 15 or sometimes the 16, 17. So, this is a crew decision. And but by the mechanics book, this is true. Okay, question number 90. In 5-person mechanics on a scrimmage kick, so we're talking about a punt here, the head linesman releases from the line of scrimmage after the ball has crossed the neutral zone and then moves slowly downfield, covering his side between the neutral zone and the deep receivers. The description on page 42 has a lot more information than just that, but yes, this is true. Question 91. When the umpire marks off enforcement of a penalty, the head linesman should check visually with the umpire. If enforcement is correct, direct chain crew to move down indicator and direct moving of chains if appropriate, or hold the enforcement spot until the penalty is completed. Obviously, it's A. Well, not obviously, but this is B. This is the line judge's responsibility. And everybody involved, the line judge, the umpire, and the head linesman, should know where the ball is going to end up. When I say that, I mean if you're going from the 42 and it's a holding call, and you're going to go to the 32, right? Everyone should have that in their mind. And what I would like is that the head linesman and the umpire do not look at each other while they're moving downfield. And if they end up in different spots, then we find out why. Okay? Another good practice is if well, first of all, bring your box with you when you're marking off a penalty, unless it's a 5-yarder. But if it's a 10 or 15, bring the box with, say, come on, come with me, and then you step on the hash mark and say, put the box here. If it's a first down, you're waving the chain crew down as well. But it's important that the line judge hold that spot until we are all, all three of us agree that we're in the right place. Okay, so the answer is A. Question 92. A touchdown signal is given only by an official who actually rules on the play. Never mirror a touchdown signal if you do not see the action. Truer words were never spoken, especially if it's obvious. If a receiver catches the ball and goes into the line judge's side of the end zone, let the line judge rule touchdown, or the back judge, depending on who's got the goal line. But don't mirror a call, and especially if you don't know. Okay, just come in and make sure that you if you disagree, if you think they were short of the line of the game or short of the goal line, then a discussion might need to be had. If you have absolute knowledge that the runner was down before he crossed the goal line, and that can happen. Those goal line plays are really hard because it's just, there's so many people in a cluster. A lot of times you lose sight of the ball, and this is where you want to be really slow. Okay, make sure that the runner still has the ball. Make sure that he's crossed the goal line. And sometimes your umpire can help you with just, a nod or a signal, but he's not going to rule a touchdown or not. So for the purposes of the test, this is true. Again, this is something that you want to discuss in your pregame and make sure that everybody's on the same page. All right, move on. Okay, question 93 in 5-person mechanics. The referee checks the 20, 40, 25-second count and provides a visible count the last 5 seconds of the 40, 25-second play clock. Well, we already talked about this, and it's not the referee, it's the back judge that does that. So this question is false. Question 94. In 5-person mechanics for the coin toss, the referee escorts to the center of the field the team whose team box is on the side opposite the chains. Okay. It says the referee escorts the home captains to the middle of the field. Most of the time, the home team will be on the press box side, which would mean opposite the chains. If the teams are flipped, stay with the home team. So, this is actually false. And to be honest with you, most referees do not do this. They stand in the middle of the field like the grand poobah and have the back judge and umpire bring the or bring the teams in. So anyway, it doesn't matter for the purposes of this question and the test. This is false. Okay. Question 95. When either team is in possession of the ball in advance of the line to gain, the covering official indicates timeout. Okay. That's true with according to the mechanics manual, and I'm not arguing in any way. But a couple of things here. Head linesman, you can't see the sticks. So you need to know where the line to gain is in your head, okay? And the line judge, you're primarily responsible for making that decision whether we have a first down or not. If we're close, then we're close, and we don't say we just we may have a measurement, which will kill the clock anyway. we would like more than one official to be signaling timeout. I've heard from many timers that they can't necessarily see every official. So, mirroring the timeout signal, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? But for the purposes of the test, this is true, and I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying there's more to it. All right, moving on. Question 96. On a try or a field goal, referee's position is a yard or so to the rear and several yards to the side of the potential kicker, facing the back of the holder. And we see on the in the mechanics manual, on a field goal or try, referee's position is a yard or so to the rear and several yards to the side of the potential kicker, facing the holder, where you can see the ball when spotted for the kick. Yes, so this is false. He says facing the back of the holder. Referees do not use the hands on knee set. Stand athletically and make your ruling if you have to, but don't crouch down and put your hands on your knees. That's directly from Mr. Coover. All right, let's move on. Okay, question 97. In four-person mechanics, which we never do. No, it's not true. We might have somebody go down, and then we're in four-person mechanics. But if it's a true four-person game, then we don't have a back judge. We have two flanks, a referee, and an umpire. So the referee checks the 40, 25-second count and provides a visible count the last 5 seconds of the 40, 25-second play clock. And as you can see highlighted here, it's exactly what it says. So this is true. Question 98. If there is potential for defensive holding, but the action occurs clearly away from the point of attack, or has or could have no effect on the play, defensive holding still should be called. And if we look here at C, if there's a potential for defensive holding, but the action occurs clearly away from the point of attack, defensive holding should not be called. And that's true for offensive holding as well. We have to have a material restriction and a material impact on the play for us to throw the holding flag. That's our philosophy. It's not in the rule book, but that is our philosophy. So this answer to this question is false. Question 99, we're almost done. Regardless of the number of officials, prior to the start of the game, the head coach shall be responsible for verifying to the referee, in the presence of another official, all the players on the team are legally equipped and in compliance with the rules. And that's on page 8. It's not specific. It's covered under all of this. So, but this is absolutely true. It used to be that it had to be the referee and the umpire, but now it can be any other official. So the answer is true. Question 100. Yay, we're done. In five-person mechanics on pass plays, this official has primary responsibility for the receivers inside the widest receivers, tight end or slot, but switches to zone coverage after the snap. And that's kind of on page 30. It says the back judge keys on the two inside receivers, and this is in trips formation. This is not complete. The back judge has the inside receivers, and depending on how if we have a balanced formation, he has the inside receiver on the line judge side, and the head linesman gets both of the receivers on his side. So, but inevitably, we do switch to zone coverage. So the answer here is C. I want to thank all of you for taking the time to watch this. I actually started this exactly 1 month ago. I haven't been working exclusively on this, but it just shows you how long some of this takes. But I hope you get something out of it. And look for the videos for the other testing coming up. Congratulations, you're finished. Great job. Hey, if you like these videos and you want some more instruction, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can do so by clicking on my picture and then go into it'll take you to my YouTube channel, and click the red subscribe button, and then also click the bell that is for notifications, so you'll be notified when new videos are released. If you want the playlist for the entire set of rule videos, click on the box on the left.